Hello, I am Michelle Norrell, and this is all about Mom's Life in Quarantine, Matters of Our Hearts. So let's talk about it. I've been thinking a lot about the matters of my very own heart and how I've been feeling around in this time of social distancing, physical distancing, whatever you want to call it, pandemic. And I've really been focusing on just the things that have been coming up for me and my emotions. And like I said, I really believe in the importance of emotional intelligence and personal wellness to fully engage in life-giving relationships. That is my belief. And I've been thinking a lot about my emotional intelligence and a lot about my feelings and my beliefs around how when I experience different feelings. Because I notice I've had anger come up quite a bit for me. And I've just been really feeling angry, like mad angry, just feeling that like steam, irritable, moody. And I know a big part of it is being indoors and all of that. But I also know that there's things underneath it, and really understanding anger and knowing that it is a secondary emotion. And so I've been just doing a lot of research for myself, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation around this, a lot of journaling. And what's underneath that, what's become underneath that for me is disappointment. And I just thought, man, okay, I'm disappointed. But I realized that I have some beliefs around feeling disappointment that cause me to go to my secondary feeling, which is anger. And that's a space where I've been kind of living. That's the space I go to where I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable, more comfortable to pop off, which is than to really sit in my disappointment and see that, okay, this is what I'm feeling. And to really look at, why am I feeling disappointment? Why am I feeling discouragement? And I think I've had it warped. Being a woman of faith, being a Christian, I've had it warped a lot around discouragement and disappointment. And I have felt like, man, if I'm disappointed or if I'm discouraged, then I'm not really walking in faith. And I'm not really, I'm not really seeing God and all of these things. And I really have had some great conversations with God about this, with myself about this. I've had some good talks with my husband about this because things happen. Disappointment is a part of life. It really is a fact of life. And that is something I really had to tell myself, like, Michelle, disappointment is a part of everybody's human experience. You are a human being. You are not a robot that's supposed to always feel a certain type of way. Allow yourself to feel this. Allow yourself. And it's very interesting. The more I allowed myself to feel disappointment, it was like I started to cry, and it was like I couldn't stop the tears from falling. Like I couldn't stop myself from I just couldn't wipe them away. It was like I wanted to control that moment for myself. I didn't want to release and surrender to the disappointment and discouragement that I was feeling. And so why is this important in a woman's life? And what's the point of this? I feel like the gift of this quarantine, the gift of being indoors, the gift of, not being able to just go about, there's a gift of slowing down. And whenever we slow down, natural things start to come to the surface. And we have choice in that. We have choice to either engage in that, or we have choice to push it away and just continue on, encouraging our children to connect with their feelings and telling them it's okay and all of that. But then when it comes to our own feelings and our own emotions, it can be almost like there's this judgment, this disregard for them, or this lack of self-awareness around what it is that we're really feeling. That can be a side effect of not dealing with what's coming up, or not investigating it, or not being curious about it. Like, I started really thinking of, I'm curious, why am I disappointed? Why am I feeling this discouragement? I'm very curious about it. And just saying the word curious, it changes, it gives value to it. It makes it something positive versus something negative and wrong and like I'm being unfaithful. Like, if I tell myself I'm being unfaithful, I mean, I feel, I don't feel good about that, you know? But when I say I'm very curious about why this is here for me, let's go deeper, Michelle. Let's really go deeper with this. Let's have a great conversation with God. Let's really pray. Let's really conversate with yourself. Let's reach out to a close girlfriend. Let's talk to your husband. Let's really dig in. And so I really feel like this is even connected with personal wellness, because I really see that in my life when I'm feeling discouraged and I'm angry, and after I'd say I have a blow up and a fits of rage or something of nature, I feel horrible after, and it pulls me away from what's good for me. Like, I instantly want to hide. I instantly want to just retreat. I don't want to necessarily walk towards what's good, because I don't feel like I'm good enough when I'm not nurturing and I'm not curious about what I'm actually feeling. Therefore, a part of my heart is shut off. There's a part of me that is not in operation because I'm not engaging with that part of me, because it's uncomfortable. And so then I said, you know, being uncomfortable is actually a gift. And when I think of being uncomfortable, I can think of wearing a shoe that's not the right size for me, or when, you know, your jeans are a little bit too tight and you got to unbuckle the top buckle, you know, you feel a little uncomfortable, or uncomfortable with putting yourself out there, trying something new. But I started thinking of, like, man, feeling disappointment and sitting in that is extremely uncomfortable. I wrestled with it. I wrestled and I fought, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to face this. And it's honestly, the gift of it has been really great, because it's helping me to show up differently as a parent, as a wife, as a woman, like to show up for myself, even in how I approach my time with God. Like, it's changing. I'm changing on the inside, because I'm looking at this part of my heart that is real. These are feelings that are real, and it's okay to feel them, and it's okay to express them. And honestly, growing up, it wasn't okay to feel sad. It wasn't okay to get disappointed or discouraged, or it just was not okay. There was no patience for that. And so I really just been having these flashbacks of my childhood recently, a lot around disappointment. And it's like, oh my gosh, like when I think about it, I'm like, wow, that's real, you know? And it's something to celebrate. The fact that I can experience disappointment says that I'm human, says that I'm alive, says that I'm on the path to flourishing, because I'm letting the stream, I'm letting it flow through. And when I don't face it, there's a blockage. And so streams and flourishing, it blocks the opportunity to flourish and have those beautiful streams, because I'm not willing to participate in my emotional wellness, my emotional intelligence, and personal wellness. And then it's harder to fully engage with people when I'm not practicing taking care of my emotional health. And I really believe that is a part of soul care. I really believe that could be a part of soul care that is sometimes maybe overlooked by us, because there's a lot of things that we got going on. But right now, during this time of a global pandemic, it's very clear to me that the gift of it has been the gift of slowing down, not packing my schedule, because it's a lot easier to pack my schedule, or it could be a lot easier to go from birthday party to birthday party than it is to actually face what I'm feeling in any given moment, you know? And so I'm really thankful for this time. I'm really thankful that, you know, it's an opportunity for all of us to really face the matters of our own heart and recognize that there's value in it. It is so valuable. And I just wanted to encourage you with that today, that in a mom's life, it is so vital that you are aware of the matters of your own heart and that you are participating in your own personal wellness so that you can really engage in your soul care and in life-giving relationships. My name is Michelle Norell, and if this is your jam, please hit subscribe so that I can keep giving you content. And please leave a comment down below and let me know, like, what do you think about this video? What are your thoughts? Let me know what I'm doing right so I can keep on doing that. Thank you so much for watching, and till next time, we will talk again soon.